What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's been about 3 months since I've posted a video, and I apologize for that. Been super busy working on a house down in Mississippi, and I've been working on other people's vehicles, and which I do want to video me working on other people's vehicles with their permission on this channel. So if that's something you want to see, comment down below and give this video a like. So today in this video, we're going to be talking about the Teraflex Falcon Nexus EF 2.2 adjustable steering stabilizer. That is a mouthful. That's also what she said. Anyway, it has taken me a little bit over a month to install this product, and let me show you why. So about a little bit over a month ago, I went to shoot this video. And I had filmed the introduction, I had filmed the unboxing of the stabilizer. But right as soon as I was about to go for the install, I noticed that the bracket that came on the stabilizer was not the bracket that I needed for my tie rod. And let me explain. So if you have a 2007 through 2018 Jeep JK or a Jeep JL, or really even a Gladiator, your tie rod is 1 3/8 inch thick. Now, with some aftermarket tie rods, they are 1 5/8 inch thick. Or if you're running the RPM steering 2.5 ton heavy duty tie rod like I am, you're gonna need a different styled clamp. So RPM steering, which I'll show you guys the tie rod here in just a moment, offers a steering stabilizer clamp bracket, or clamp, or whatever you want to call it, for these stabilizers and for other sorts of stabilizers. So whenever you go to buy their tie rod, there will be an option below before you add it to your cart which bracket you will need, and you can read on down in the description of that product, and it'll tell you a little bit more about the clamp. And I'll link the tie rod and this stabilizer down in the link the description box below, so you guys can check out what I'm talking about. So when I ordered the tie rod, I ordered a bracket like this, told them I was going to get one of these. They sent me this one, and like I said, about a month ago when I went to take off the Teraflex clamp, it wouldn't come off. So I took this whole thing and this new clamp to Mill Creek Automotive in Nolensville, Tennessee, and asked them if they could do it, and they did. And they had it for about a week and they couldn't get it off. So Mill Creek Automotive in Nolensville, like I said, sent it back to Teraflex, and Teraflex about 2 weeks later today, I finally got it back and they were able to put it on. It charged me about $100 to do it. Mill Creek did, which is pretty reasonable if I do say so myself. So after that whole story, now that it's done, now we've got this clamp on. This video is not about this clamp and taking this clamp off and showing you how to do it. I recommend a professional to do it. I'm not a professional, but I know how to do a couple things and a few things, but not take this off, obviously. So I would either send it back to Teraflex or take it to another shop to see if they could do it. So let's go ahead and jump into this video today, guys. I'm sorry for the long introduction, and we're about 3 minutes into this, and I'm sorry about this, but let's go ahead and jump into the installation. I'll show you guys what the tools that you need, and we'll go ahead and jump in. All right, guys, I'm sorry if it's a little bit windy out here, but this is everything that you need to get this installed. Of course, you need your steering stabilizer, the clamp, of course. I recommend some PB Blaster, and I'll explain why here in a second. You need the bolt and the nut that came with your steering stabilizer. I got a 1/2 inch impact with a socket adapter on the end and a 21 millimeter socket. I've got my smaller impact, my M12 impact, with a T40 star bit on it and a breaker bar. And now let's go ahead and get into the video. All right, guys, so first step is the bolt right below your track bar bolt right here. This is your track bar bolt. This is the bolt that we need to remove right here. Is a 21 millimeter. I recommend spraying it with PB Blaster on this side and on the other side, and then using your breaker bar to break it loose. It took me forever, at least 10, what felt like forever, at least 10 minutes to get this bolt loose. So take your time, try not to sling a wrench across the yard, which I've done before and I don't know where it went, and get that bolt loose, and then we'll move on to the next step. All right guys, so the next step on this install is we're gonna go ahead and remove this bolt entirely. One important note I will say, on the other side of the this bracket right here, there will be a bolt, I'm not really sure what this is called. I can't remember what it's called, but it's what this bolt that we just removed was screwed into. You still will need this. So let's go ahead and move on to the next step. All right, so with this piece in hand and the supplied bolt that it came with, you're gonna put this back on the other side of where you removed this bolt and thread this new bolt through. All right guys, so once you get that bolt in there threaded with that back piece, go ahead and tighten it down as much as you can, hand tighten, and we'll come back and we'll torque it down to spec. All right guys, so the next step here is we're gonna want to remove all of the 6 bolts here on the clamp. Go ahead and remove those. They're T40 spec or T40 Torx. We're gonna go ahead and remove all of those. All right guys, so next step is to center. You want to center your steering stabilizer. So what that means is from right here to here is 4 1/8 of an inch. 4 inches and 1/8. And then same right here, 4 inches and 1/8. Between here and here, between here and here is 4 inches and 1/8. And that is centered, and then we are ready for install. So the easiest way to do this is put it on the soft setting and then put one end on the ground or on a table or wherever, and just try and center it as much as you can, and just take a measuring tape and measure it out, and then we're ready to rock and roll. All right guys, so the next thing you want to do for those of the people that are installing this with me for this kind of tie rod from RPM Steering and that have this bracket, the next thing that you want to do is just go ahead and set this up here for just a second really quickly, and we're going to grab these 2 washers right here. These are the 2 golden washers that came with the bracket from RPM Steering. We're going to sling one of these on here on this stud on the bolt. Then we're going to go ahead and install this end right here, right there, perfect. And we're going to go ahead and put the other washer on there. Now these washers do not exactly fit, which is not a big deal at all. We're just going to go ahead and put our nut on there that came with this kit, hand tighten it for now, and I'm going to go ahead and just center some of these washers here real quick. Make sure they're nice and ready to rock and roll. All right guys, so moving on to the next step here, we're going to take the under half of our stabilizer clamp. Sorry, I lost the words there. Go ahead and line it up as best as we can, and we're going to go ahead and put in these. These are 5 millimeter. I believe they're either 5 millimeter, but I've been using a T40 Allen, not a T40 Torx bit or a T40 star bit for these. They say to install them from up top, but you can also install them from the bottom if you wanted to. And there you have it guys, that is the full installation of the Teraflex Falcon Nexus EF 2.2 adjustable stabilizer for 2007 through 2018 Jeep JKUs. Also with the RPM steering, 2.5 ton heavy duty tie rod in the front end. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. I know it's been a while since I've posted a video, like I said in the previous clip, but I'm working pretty hard on these videos, trying to get them out to you guys, and just trying to get back to making YouTube videos more frequently too. So stick with me, guys. Subscribe for more content, but I will be doing a long-term review eventually on this, a couple months down the road, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.